Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. On first down, here comes this offense. Runs through the tackle. Can anyone catch him? And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
At the 20, he's got space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Getting set for the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. He'll take the return, trying to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down for this offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system, the little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback keeps it. Breaks the tackle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, BYU.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Wide out in motion. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's 4th down. Dial up your best 4th down play. Keep this drive going.
Now on 1st down from the 43. It's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Big loss on the last play. Threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. BYU lines up quickly. This is a designed run. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. Here comes the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
Texas 7, BYU 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Handoff to the lone back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. He'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU! The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixed.
He's going to let it go. He's got it inside the 15. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
BYU 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Grimes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Oh, look out! The 30. He's at the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Cougar! Lining up to add another. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
I'll tell you, when I hear Texas football, I think about Bevo and I think about great running backs, man. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, Bijan Robinson. This dude seems like he's the next guy in that long list of game breakers at the position. He's got everything you look for in a great running back.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Corner's going to give them room. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He'll pull it down and run. Open space at the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
BYU 14.
Coming out with it, it's Grimes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
On the move, it's Clark. And BYU will get the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're getting this guy lathered up. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Cougars will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Basic connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback will keep it.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to him.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Cougars will hustle to the line.
Brings up third down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Just going to keep it after the snap. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the Texas offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Across the 15. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Feeling some heat. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Steps away to find some room. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Going right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. California is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about invertly for some time. They're up 14 over Stanford. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Using his feet. Looks as if BYU will have a first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And coaches have their scripts and their play sheets, and they have 4th and short. You know, when you get in these situations, they have plays that they're confident in. Called one here. Great job executing right near midfield.
The RPO, it's complete. On the move at the 30. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Direct snap. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
And the Cougars want to crank the tempo. A run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, BYU! A great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now on the move. He gets it into the end zone, and he gets the 2. They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is really aggressive here. Still just a 1-possession game in the 3rd quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Looking to move it through the air. Turns it loose deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Under heat, he gets rid of it.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Longhorns need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Caught near the sticks. It's Heath. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
22.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Cougars are in the hurry up. It's reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, "Run!" to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that play.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He lets it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Off play action on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Cougar. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Snap it to the back. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down.
Timeout, Texas.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Lining up to convert third down. Looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Cougars will take over. First and 10.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Quarterback checking off. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he intercepts it.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Got a man. It's Swanson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you've got to start the drive straight. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's going to take off. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And it's caught inside the 20. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. BYU right back to the line. This quarterback part of their running game. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Clark. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is Pro as he puts 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They are up by 12 over Liberty. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. He cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 1st down ends this football game.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Trying play action. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Hooks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little angry.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
At the 45 on its way. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking for space, it's Clark. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
The short hand, it's Clark. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
After the stumble